Hi, this is Laurie, and good morning to everyone. Today, my spiritual message comes from Dr. Reverend Howard Thurman, an African-American spiritual leader and prolific writer who was born in 1899. He pioneered a form of spiritual activism that blended contemplation with nonviolent confrontation, and he believed in the unity of all people. His philosophy was the search for common ground, and he co-founded the first racially integrated church in San Francisco in 1944. He's relatively unknown, a civil rights leader, in comparison to Martin Luther King Jr., whom he actually mentored. But most of you are familiar with some of his famous quotes. For example, the first one is, "Keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve." And the second one, "Don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." And the last quote speaks to today's spiritual reading. "In the stillness of the quiet, if we listen, we can hear the whisper of the heart, giving strength to weakness, courage to fear, and hope to despair." And the reading today, due to time constraints, I'll read a shortened, edited version of a speech given by Howard Thurman for the 1980 commencement address at Spelman College, which is a female Baptist seminary in Atlanta, Georgia. He gave this speech 1 year before he passed, and that was at age 81. But his words still totally hold true for today, even 40 years later. The title of his address was "The Sound of the Genuine." There is something in every one of you that waits, listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. And if you cannot hear it, you will never find whatever it is for which you are searching. And if you hear it, and then you do not follow it, it was better that you had never been born. You are the only you that has ever lived. Your idiom is the only idiom of its kind in all of existence. And if you cannot hear the sound of the genuine in you, you will all of your life spend your days on the ends of strings that somebody else pulls. There is something that waits and listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. And sometimes there is so much traffic going on in your minds, so many different kinds of signals, so many vast impulses floating through your organism that go back thousands of generations, long before you were even a thought in the mind of creation. And you are buffeted by these. And in the midst of all of this, you have got to find out what your name is. Who are you? How does the sound of the genuine come through to you? Don't be deceived and thrown off by all the noises that are a part even of your dreams, your ambitions, so that you don't hear the sound of the genuine in you, because that is the only true guide that you will ever have. And if you don't have that, you don't have a thing. There is something in you that waits and listens for the sound of the genuine in other people. And if you can't hear it, then you are reduced by that much. I'm secure because I hear the sound of the genuine in myself. And having learned to listen to that, I can become quiet enough, still enough to hear the sound of the genuine in you. Now, if I hear the sound of the genuine in me, And if you hear the sound of the genuine in you, it is possible for me to go down into you so that when I look at myself through your eyes, having made that pilgrimage, I see in me what you see in me. And the wall that separates and divides will disappear, and we will become one, because the sound of the genuine makes the same music. Namaste.